It's your girl, PBB, Fat Black Barbie, Lavender, whatever you want to call me. Just make it nice because I do block and report me in comments. I'm just going to let you know that right now. And I am here today to show you a look that is going to be top of the line, fall, dark, smoky eye, date night, club, whatever have you. Look, if you just want your face to be beat, but you want it to be easy, you don't want to do a whole bunch of work, I'm about to show you. So right now, the brows are done, and I just have setting powder on them to keep them dry. Now we're gonna go in. I'm gonna put a little bit of primer on. I'm about to do like the whole foundation, everything. I may not do it all on camera, but it's gonna get done because y'all gotta see the end result, right? Right. So we go ahead and get this primer on my face. Okay. I'm not gonna overdo it. Y'all know what it is. This is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. And it works really well. It's the pink one. They have a blue one and a pink one. I use the blue one on one side of my face, one time, literally. And I don't know, it's like the pink one does it for me because I don't have to set my primer after putting it on. Like I have an oily T-zone. So typically I will need to set my primer in my T-zone after putting the primer on, but not right now. I got Aquaphor on my lips. I had put a little bit on my forehead because my forehead has been giving dry, scaly lizard lately. I'm just going to put a little bit Milani, Make It Last. If you see me looking over here in this direction, it's because I see what you see. I see me, baby. So now that I have a little bit of that on my face, it's going to sit while I do my eyes. So I'm going to start off. I'm not going to prime my eyes today because I'm using darker colors. So we're going to use the LA Girl Pro Conceal. And this is in the color medium beige. And this is kind of right on my lids. As you can see, I am just spreading it across my lid. I'm not going to put too much, but just enough to where it's like I have a blank canvas on my lid, basically. And you see how that lid is so much brighter. And I'm going to go in on the other lid, and I'm just going to do the same thing. All you do is just spread it about, and then I'm tapping it just to make sure that it is pretty even. So as you can see, it is now on there. So now what I'm going to do, because I do like to set it so that my eyeshadow is not like stuck, I'm going to get my airspun setting powder, airspun, and I moved my light over here today, so I feel like y'all can see me really well. And I have my other light on over there, but that's just my lamp. And I'm just going to use my regular eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to go through, and I'm just going to take a little bit, just a little bit of whatever's in the top. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to set the concealer that's on my lids. So this is typically what I do if I don't use the primer on my lid. Like y'all have seen me, if you've seen my other videos, y'all know I go in with the Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. But if I'm not using a primer, and I mostly like to use that primer if I know I'm going to be using like some slightly brighter colors on my lid. But if I know I'm just going to go in with darker colors and I don't need to do all that, especially if it's like browns, really if it's browns, I think honestly I do like to have a clean canvas with the eyeshadow primer that just casts like a white cast on my eyes, and it helps with like purples and stuff like that. Let me put this back on here because my lids are set nice and set how I like them. So I'm just going to make sure I get the setting powder off of this brush. This is like a fluffier eyeshadow brush. I have hella brushes, okay? Too many, and I got to wash them. But anyway, so I'm going to start off with the Bodyography. I got the individuals. Again, I told y'all this is going to be a really quick look. A really easy look. So this is the Bodyography eyeshadow, and I have the singles. I have a lot of singles in them. And we're going to start off just with this regular brown in the color Mod, M-O-D. Yeah, I like my light being over here and then my camera being over here. And I'm just going to get a good amount of that on this brush. And I'm just going to go through like so, like this. And y'all see how I'm just getting that applied onto my transition area. We're not doing crease and all of that stuff because the brown, the darker brown that I'm going to go with in a little bit is going to be something fierce. So we want to make sure that we just have something that's like a go-between to kind of create that color that kind of bonds everything together. Okay, so this is pretty much it for like the go-between color. Now I'm going to go in with my dark brown, and I'm going to use this brush. Make sure I didn't have nothing else I want to use. And I'm good. All right. And I'm going in with my Bodyography dark brown. It's a single, and it's in the color Truffle. I've been having this for a really long time. And I recently got a new kit for my makeup because I had 2 kits and it just was not given. So I had to get something a little larger. And as you see, I'm just going to cover my lid with that, and I'm going to like wing it out. And I'm even going to take it into my transition area of my lid because, again, we're going for a smoky, dark brown fall look. You see how I smoked that out like that? And I'm just going to add one more layer of this, especially to this end, so I can just continue to smoke that out. And I'm taking it into my crease as well. Okay, so you see how now my lid is all dark brown. QT, the mirror, all that shit that y'all like to say. All right, I have to wipe some of that setting powder off my nose. All right, so we're gonna go in on the other lid and do the same thing. And literally, this is one of the easiest looks that y'all will probably ever see me do. Besides like my everyday natural makeup look, that's another look that I feel like is just super easy to do. Okay, so y'all see I'm just going into that again, just to get a little more pigmented. I feel like this has a pretty good amount of pigment, but I feel like my UKB, which I swear by, I could probably did a little better, but whatever. All right. Okay, so now that we have this added onto it, I'm also going to kind of take it into this area where I would typically contour, where I would start my nose contour, because that's what I'm going to do. All right, so now I'm going to do my L'Oreal Paris Infallible 24-hour, the super slim liquid eyeliner. And it's just a black liquid eyeliner with a felt tip. I like to do the felt tip because it's easier to control. And y'all know, I always say, you can be messy with the wing part, but just make sure this part looks okay. So I'm just going in. Y'all can see me, okay, good. Just going in, getting this wing together. And then I just do like so. I want to bring that wing out a little more. Like, I kind of want my wing to be out there. And I always tell y'all, it don't have to be perfect because we're going to clean it up anyway. I always tell y'all I go in with concealer. Well, I don't go in with concealer, but you can. You can go in with concealer. Me personally, I like to use alcohol wipes because I feel like concealer smudges the eyeliner, even if I was to let it sit for a while and dry. And I don't got time for all that. When I'm ready for some shit to be fixed, I'm ready for it to be fixed right then. So where did I put that? Oh, here it is over here. So y'all can see this is on my eyeliner looking. Let me just make sure that, yeah, okay, looks all right. Okay. Duh. go. All right, I'm just gonna hit that other side one more time. Just to get it right, get it tight. Let me see how I feel. Okay, so the wing is a little thin for me, so I'm just gonna go back in. And get it to my liking. Am I just gonna show y'all eyeshadow? We'll see. We'll see. As y'all know, I've been into just showing y'all eyeshadow a little bit lately. Because I just don't want to overload y'all. I feel like I need a little more product over here. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. All right, so pretty much the eyes are done. So really all you need after that is like just your mascara and your lash. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get started on my foundation. And let me get my face together because you see I got a lot of something that's been going on lately. So I'm just going with my Evanesce concealer. And this is Plain and Makeup by Yolanda Evanesce concealer. And I like it because I like sites that let you match whatever your foundation shade is, you can put it in there. Now, this was supposed to be my color, but it is a shade lighter than me. So beware of that. But other than that, it's pretty good. I would say it's my concealer color. It is like, as you can see, a few shades lighter than me, maybe just by one shade or two. I don't know, can you tell how much lighter it is? But anyway, I'm just going to go in with my finger. I was going to use a brush, but I changed my mind. And then I do what I call loose blending. So I just tap, 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 tap a few times, and then I move on to the next spot. Just so it's not all caked up in one area. Just enough to make it where there's no caking, so that when I put on my foundation, you can't really tell that I did that underneath. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna go in, and I want to try using a different foundation than what I normally do. This is the Born This Way by TooFaced Soft Matte. Y'all have seen me use this in like one video, I think. I believe it was just one, I don't know. And I'm just gonna plop this on my hand. This is in the color Maple. And this is how it looks on my hand. I'm just gonna start putting it on my face. And again, this is, I think I'll just do the whole foundation look and just everything today. And then that way, I think that'll take care of everything for me. And y'all, I want to talk about the struggle of being a YouTuber. So I've been having my laptop a long time, and I have like games and stuff on it because it's a gaming laptop. I got it so I could be on the game. This was like 2020. So before I even thought about coming back to YouTube, I was like, I know that I want to have this gaming laptop. And so I use a webcam for my videos. So my videos go directly on my computer, but I had been running out of space. So I took GTA off of my computer, and I feel like I just broke up with my soulmate. Like, because what? Is GTA more important than YouTube? Kinda. This child, that's how I take out my stress. Let me get a little more of this foundation so I can put it on my forehead. Because, baby, I didn't get to put a lick of it on my forehead. Jeez. I'm missing hella spots, okay? All right. Let's get it together. Okay, I don't want to put too much on the nose area because my nose, I don't have too many issues on my nose. So that's one of the few spots where I can have like really small amount of product because I don't need a lot of coverage there. Well, I'm not going to say one of the few spots because as you can see, I didn't color correct all over my face. But in the spots that needed it, I did. All right. Okay. It was quite a few. Quite a few. Okay, so I still got some left over on my hand. So I'm just going to continue to put that on my neck. Yeah, this will make a video on this foundation. All right, I'm going to blend this and I'll be back. I'm just going to use a brush and just blend it. This is the brush that I'm using, by the way. This is by BS Small. think this is backwards, but this is by BS-M is in Mary, ALL. And this is what I'm using to blend out my foundation. As you can see, I'm still trying to put the shit on because it's all stuck to my finger and whatnot. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go in, and I'm not gonna do this whole thing for y'all. I'm just gonna blend. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so as y'all can see, I just pretty much blended it. The same patting motion I showed y'all is just the same thing I did all over my face, and that's what blended it. All right, so now I've been trying out that new method of highlighting, and I've been really enjoying it. So it's basically where you take, and I'm just gonna use the same concealer I use to put on my lid, on my face. I'm just gonna put that there. And what they're doing is, they're putting it like in that inner area up under their eye, like so, like just there. And I like to put it like up my nose a little bit, not up my nose, like inside, but just, outside. Make it look like something, baby. When I tell you, I be done put on everybody. Everybody gonna want me after this. Well, not with a crooked nose contour. Let me fix that. Yeah. And I'm just gonna do my usual shindig. So I like to go on my nose like this. I've also been seeing that some. I used to do that. I used to just put this all over my entire nose. But I'm gonna just do this today. And I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this to my forehead as well to keep that highlight going. Okay. Oh, look at me being OCD right now. Okay, let me see. Okay. So then after they do that, they would go in with the one that's closer to the skin color. I'm going to go in with my Evanesce. And you can see the difference. Like, yeah. Like, this is way darker than the other concealer. So. And I just dab my finger. With this concealer in particular, I like to work my finger on it instead of a brush. Then I'm also going to apply this to the mouth area. I don't need that right there. I just put some right there. All right, so now I'm going to take this and do like that. And that's really going to cut me up how I need to be cut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way that I need my face to be like, phew, is, it's going to get. So I'm just going to back in with this real quick. All right. As you can see, I'm just kind of blending everything out. However, for that inner part, I'm going to have to do something different because this brush is not small enough to get in there like that. So y'all are going to see what I'm about to do in a little bit. And y'all actually just going to watch me blend this out real quick because why not? Okay. That song No Less by Falls. Actually, can I blend this out with the brush? I don't know. It's not what I showed. Shit. It fixed into. So if you have a tight space, bend your brush like this. I still want to go in with something else just to be on the safe side. So I'm going with this right here. This is a broken brush, but it's kind of in the shape of like a cone. And I just kind of tap, 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 tap. And kind of get the little corners in any area that I didn't fully feel comfortable with at first. Just getting the little brow areas. Okay. All right, I think I'm satisfied now. I'm going to go ahead and start to set. I'm going to go back in to my airspun situation. And I'm just going to tap some of that in there like so. And then I'm going to take a large brush. This is another BS small brush. And I'm going to go into that I'm gonna just tap it all around. And I like how this brush kind of is a little more cone shaped, so I can really get in there. Uh-oh. It's not really holding on to the powder as much as that other brush that I have does. Like, if y'all seen my previous videos, you know what brush I'm talking about. But I decided I would give some of my new brushes a chance. But that brush is definitely my favorite, and it's gonna stay that way, I guess. Because this shit is all over my shirt. It's more, well, my dress. It's more on my dress than it is my damn face at this point. Shit. All right. Let's just try to gather this real quick. Goodness. Okay, I need some more powder. Because I don't look like Casper the Friendly Ghost enough for my liking. All right, so we're going to hit the neck too, because I always tell y'all, you don't want to have a wet neck. You're going to look like you're sweating on your neck, and that shit looks stupid as fuck. So let's go ahead and get it looks weird. Like, your face dry, but your neck is wet. Like, what happened to your neck? If somebody's slobbering on your neck or something, people ain't going to want to hug you, because what is that on your neck? Why your neck wet? Wet neck ass. Like, they gonna start roasting you. And you're going to be upset because you're like, damn, they just roasted the fuck out of me. Okay. I'm just going to kind of fill around to make sure I'm dry to my liking. Because I'm just going to go back in with another brush, I believe. This. I don't have too much product on it because I don't typically go in with a brush that I already had a liquid on. But I really need to bake under my eye. At least. Like, if I'm going to bake anywhere, it's going to be in this area. And that's all. Well, no, let me do some off. Go ahead and add a little more. For some reason, every time I get to the jaw area, it's so hard for me to just bake. Like, come on now, girl. Come on now, girl. Girl. And then the next look, y'all, I film on weekends, like the day before I post. And sometimes I'll edit the video the day that I do post it, and then I'll film another video. And that's the video I post on Wednesdays because I decided that my schedule is posting on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So that's why y'all only see me on those days. But yeah, I've gotten to the point where I'll edit a video and then I will then go ahead and post it the next day. Well, no, I'm sorry, not the next day, the day of. So now we're going to contour real quick. I'm just going in with my contour brush. This is another BS small brush. And then my Black Radiance contour palette in medium to dark, I'm sorry. I'm going to use this darkest color, of course. Tap, tap, tap. Don't tap too many times because this shit is pigmented. Boom. Boom. And I'll just tap as much product as I can in that area with whatever's left. We're going to tap, tap, tap again. What's the Weedy say? Tap, tap, tap in. Okay. So as you can see, that's basically what it's given there. I'm going to go across my forehead. I like wearing wigs and stuff when I do this because I don't have as much forehead as I normally would. Yes, honey. Yes, yes. Okay. You see how they can come together so well like that? And then we're going to take it at the bottom of that jaw. Because some of us are big as fuck, and that is okay. You see how this side is a little more defined than the other side? Boom. All right, so now that we've done that, I'm just gonna go in with my nose contour brush. And for once, I'm doing this with the rest of my face. Yay. Yay me. I'm just gonna tap once. And I'm gonna start in the very area I was talking about earlier. So we started it with the eyeshadow. We're going to take it down the nose like so. And I really feel like snatching the hell out of my nose tonight. So I might do like a semi-thinner contour than I normally do. Like maybe it's something about this being a fall look that I just really feel like I should just do my thug thizzle, you know? Yeah. And of course, if you are new here, I contour the sides of my nostrils to bring them in a little bit so that if you have flared nostrils and you want them to look a little smaller, you can do that. It brings in your nose a little bit more than it normally would be. So you hit that side like that. Boom. All right. Let me just make sure my nose contour is not uneven. Needs a little more here. And by all means, make sure that you're going through and looking and seeing what you're doing. And again, I always tell you, do not make your nose contour just a really thin line. If you want to like bring it in more, contour this at the bottom, but keep it wide up here. And then go across so that you still have a realistic looking nose. And now, dang, where my other brush at? My powder brush. Okay. We'll go back into this. I'm going to use the middle color and put that on my face so that we can bring the life back to me because I look dead. And this will also help me to blend out my contour. Yay me. I'm just going to blend my nose contour real quick and get that in order. Okay. Oh. Well, since I'm dropping shit, and drop the whole damn camera. I had accidentally kicked it. Okay. And as I'm doing this, you can see that I am adding the same powder to the areas that I was just baking so that I'm not super light in those areas. Because the last thing you want is to be in your pictures or out in public and looking ghostly in some places and normal in others. That's what you don't want. So now everything is just one color. You can see I'm just kind of blending everything. And I'm just going to add a little bit of that to my neck. See, this takes care of one entire side. And then we're going to add to the other side. And I do feel like that foundation is a little darker than me. I don't know if y'all noticed or not. I feel like it's a little darker than me. But I used to always use a foundation that was really dark and then a concealer that was really light. And I feel like they got me together how we got together. But anyway, we're going to add some blush. Another broken brush here. Hey, no shame in my game. I don't give a damn. I'm still cute. I still be cute. I always say it don't matter as long as you're cuter than everybody else. Yeah. As long as you can get yourself cuter than everybody else, it don't matter. Like you walk in a room and your face is like the beatest of beat. Like ain't nobody else's face beat like yours. And this is just a Piladio blush. I've been using it a lot lately in my videos. And you want a brush that's kind of like this. And just kind of going in with the blush tonight because I want my face to be like super, super deep. And I'm just going to add whatever's left to my forehead contour. Again, this just adds more life to your face. All right, now I'm going to go ahead with my jcat Beauty highlighter. Ooh. This is my Old Faithful. I've been using this for years. Now I'm going to do like 2 things with this. So I'm going to use this brush, which is an eyeshadow brush. I've been struggling with the word brush, B-R-U-S-H, for a little minute now, and it's really starting to frustrate and irritate me. I don't know what's going on with me lately, but it's ridiculous. Whatever it is, it's going on. It needs to stop. And I'm just going to go in my tear duct with that as well. Am I happy with how much is in my tear duct, or do I want more? Because, girl, when it comes to highlight, I go crazy. And then I do want to have some on my brow bone. Yeah. That's what adds to the beadiness. And then, like, as you walk past the light, it's like beaming off your face. So people will look at you and be like, wow, her makeup is cute. I really like that. Especially other makeup enthusiasts. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start focusing on setting this mug. I think I just used, oh, it's still a little bit left in there. I shook it a little bit. But it's almost done, y'all. So sad. Because it's been getting me where I need to be for a little minute now. All right, do I need to use any of these brushes for any reason right now? No, I don't. Let me go ahead and get my lash going. I bought some new lashes recently. There was no name on them, so I couldn't even tell you the brand. But I'm gonna find it on Amazon. I'm gonna post it in the the description box. Don't bring your girl to the concert. Hey, I love me some Nigerian artists. They really make some really good music. If y'all listen to Nigerian music, post who you be listening to in the comments. So if I don't already listen to them, I can check them out. I'll be listening to Tenny, Falls, and a non-Nigerian artist that I've listened to is Logo. He has some good music. I believe he is Cameroonian, if I'm not mistaken, but they have pretty good music there as well. Another Nigerian artist I love is Yemi Alade. Yemi Alade. She does a really good job with her music as well. I really love her music. Shout outs to her. Shout outs to all the Nigerian artists that be out here giving us jams and jams and jams. Y'all, let me tell y'all something as well. If you ever just don't feel like gluing your wig down and you know you're not going to be in a situation where it could slide off, just put on a headband because this wig is not glued down at all. I just put a headband on it, put it in a ponytail. That's all I did. That was the only concern. I'm using Kiss Lash Glue, by the way, to put glue on this. And I piles on the glue because I need the lash to stay on for as long as I need it to stay on, okay? Because I need to be cute. And I need to stay on for all of my pictures. I'm not trying to have to take it off and glue it back on completely because it won't stay on. I don't have time for that. All right, so now while those are sitting, I'm going to go ahead and do my lips. Lip pencil by dosimiin. I did a haul for these. Y'all need to go back and watch the video if you want to know more. And this is in the color brown. And as you know, I always slightly overline. It don't be like a huge overline to the point where it's like, damn, we know her lip ain't right there. Like, that is pure face. That is not lip. But just enough. The hell? This is the pencil was doing whatever it was doing, trying to escape. And I'm just so messy with this. Oh my goodness. But I got these brushes in bulk, so it's a pretty good amount of them. Okay, I'm gonna have to go in with something to fix this. Ugh, I did this so messy. Okay, my little concealer situation. I just have a little concealer brush. I did my eyebrows with it. And I'm still utilizing it right now. My hair went a little too high over my natural lip line. I'm like, okay, this looks a little stupid. All right, so now I can kind of go in a little further. Let me know if y'all like to make little lines on your lips when you do this. And then I'm going to go in with our NK Lip Shine Lip Gloss. And this is in the color Matrix. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, because my vision is blurry, so I can't see. This is very pigmented, so I don't go crazy with it, because then you won't be able to see the lip liner. And then I'm just going to add a little gloss. Just a little. Ooh. And that was more than a little, but okay. So now the lips look nice and full. And after this, I'm just going to go in with my Essence Lash Princess mascara. I'm checking the lashes to make sure they are getting dry, in which they are. What the hell? A clump of mascara. We don't want no clumps around here. This is not the Nutty Professor. I'm just gonna go in with I'm gonna go in with this. This is a very small brush, and I'm gonna go into that dark brown. I'm actually gonna use this side because it's a little more flared out. Oh no, I'm just gonna use the other side. All right. You can see I just added that to my lower lid and just smoked it out a little bit. So there's that. Okay, now I'm just gonna go ahead and glue my lashes on. This one goes on this eye. Ooh, I like these. Ooh, they sexy. And I like how thick they are. Like they're layered. Because y'all know my other ones, they not like thick like this. They just long. But because this is just a simple dark brown look with a little wing liner, I said, shit, I want something a little extra, read all about it. You feel me? You know? Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Let me go ahead and release the hair. Oh, yeah. Oh, the way I'm fixing to be in everybody DMs like, hey, I don't see you around here often. Do you come here often? I've never seen you before. I'm gonna change this headband though, because this is, yeah. But yeah, I don't really see you around here often, you know. I feel like I would know if I saw you often because you are very attractive to me. Make sure I don't have no lipstick on my teeth. That is not very attractive. But you are very attractive to me. Yeah. So what do you think about me? You think I'm hot? Let me stop. You think I'm hot? Imagine somebody saying that to you. So what do you think about me? You think I'm hot? Sexy, sexy, hot, hot? I'll be just saying that to people like sexy, sexy, hot, hot. But yeah, so this is the face. This is what it's given. Let me know what you think in the comments, but be nice in the comments because, honey, if you're mean, I do block and report. I do block and report, honey. Y'all are not going to be in my comments acting crazy. But anyway, love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Have a great night. And remember, join the PBB Nation. Oh, girl, where's my speech? Go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share. You know, if you find me entertaining, your friends might find me entertaining too. That way y'all have something to talk about. Like, girl, did you see her put them thick ass lashes on, girl? I like these. These is real cute. And I feel like they add to the brown. Like, it's just brown. So it's not really something to really stare at too hard. Like, oh my God, what a look. Like, she's hiding the dark brown eyeshadow from us. Like, no. It's not all that. Girl. Y'all, I'm gonna go get married. I'm looking at my, ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna get married.